In the sleepy town of Meadowbrook, where the days passed slow and seasons whispered their changes, lived a curious boy named Lucas. Lucas wasn't popular. He wasn't the star of any team or the top of any class. But he had something most didn't: vision. He dreamed of becoming an inventor, of building things that made life easier for others. Machines that could clean polluted rivers. Tiny robots to help doctors. He had notebooks filled with wild sketches and blueprints. But when he shared them, most people just smiled and said, "That's nice, Lucas." The way adults do when they don't really believe in you. Behind Lucas's backyard stood a lonely tree. It wasn't beautiful. Its bark was cracked, its branches sparse. But Lucas saw something in it. Maybe it was how it leaned slightly, like it was listening. Or maybe it was just quiet enough to feel like it cared. Whatever the reason, Lucas made it his secret place. Every evening, he'd sit under the tree and whisper his thoughts, his dreams, his fears. One day, I'll make something that matters. One day, people will see me. The tree, of course, never responded. But somehow that made it easier. It didn't judge. It didn't interrupt. It just listened. And so, Lucas kept whispering. Seasons passed. He grew older. School got harder. Responsibilities grew heavier. One by one, his notebooks were packed away. The world didn't have time for dreamers, it seemed. College was too expensive. Jobs were hard to get. Lucas stopped visiting the tree. Life moved on. Years later, after working in a nearby city and forgetting how much he once believed in himself, Lucas returned home to help his aging parents. He felt like a different person, tired, practical, a little broken. One evening, he wandered out back, expecting to find the old tree just as he left it. But what he saw stopped him in his tracks. The tree had transformed. It was taller, stronger. Its bark, once cracked, shimmered like it had healed. But that wasn't what shocked him. Embedded in its trunk, faint but clear, were markings. Lines. Curves. Shapes. Lucas leaned in closer. They were his designs. The old blueprints he used to whisper were now faintly carved into the bark, like the tree had been recording them all along. A robot arm. A water filter. A bridge design. Tears welled up in Lucas's eyes. It didn't make sense, and yet it made perfect sense. The tree had listened. The tree had believed. And somehow, it had grown with him. That night, Lucas opened his old notebooks. For the first time in years, he started drawing again. Not to impress anyone. Not to prove anything. But because he remembered that belief, real belief, starts in silence. And it's nurtured when you keep going, even when no one sees you. Months later, Lucas built his first prototype, a simple device to help farmers in the village conserve water. It wasn't world-changing, but it mattered. People noticed. Kids started coming to him with ideas of their own. He planted more trees, calling them idea trees, where children could whisper their dreams too. The original tree still stood in the backyard, now a symbol of something bigger. Not just hope, but proof that when belief is planted, even in silence, it grows. So if you've ever whispered a dream into the dark and felt unheard, remember this. Not everything that grows makes noise. Some of the strongest roots grow underground, quietly, faithfully, just waiting for you to return. If this story touched you, leave a comment with a dream you've kept buried. Like, share, and subscribe to Wisdom Tales, because sometimes all we need is a reminder that even in silence, growth is happening.